vacation with us. We want these babies. I want all my children and my babies with me. And let me tell you that I'm a beach person. I'm a beach person. And y'all have it made here. Y'all do. I hope y'all know that. If I hit it big someday, I would love to be at the beach. But Chuck Morgan doesn't believe in Joey. So his favorite vacation is snow skiing. And so when we met in college, he said, I'm going to raise my children snow skiing. I thought, ooh, what is that? Because I didn't know much about it because I was raised in a town of 500 people on the Kentucky-Tennessee border, and people don't snow ski there. And I remember seeing it every once in a while on TV and thinking, that must be the Queen and her people. But anyway, Chuck Morgan, when we married, he wanted me to learn, and so he bought me a really nice outfit, one of those ski outfits, and y'all know if you've snow skied, all that stuff is very expensive, so I had to wear that for 15 years. And I did not keep my weight down. So the first time I went, he sent me to beautiful Beaver Creek, Colorado. That is beautiful, I know. And he put me in ski school with a group of people, and our instructor looked like Mitt Romney. And I was up on that mountain, and I had on my outfit, and I wanted to be that thin, young, cute, fun ski girl. Okay. A big old cold front came in, some big weather front came in, and snow was blowing sideways, and you couldn't see your hand in front of you. And Mitt looked at all of us and said, if we get down, if we get down this mountain, I'm going to have to check y'all's noses for frostbite. It's 19 below zero. And I remember thinking, fun? What are we doing up here? Okay. The next time I got to go, we waited until our little children were 3, 5, and 7. And Chuck Morgan came to me and said, I'm going to take y'all from Tennessee to Colorado for a week for snow skiing. And the only thing that I can compare that to would be maybe working in a coal mine. I've never worked in a coal mine, but it looks bad. So this is my take on snow skiing. At the mountain, that's where the hoop-de-doo people are. That's where they rent and own and ski in and ski out. And they all look like Bo Derek. Chuck Morgan likes to roll on a budget. He likes to rent an apartment about 3 towns away from the mountain. So we all go out there, and every morning he would get up and start saying, we got to get on that ski lift. I paid all this money. We got to go. We got to get up there. Everybody, and these little children, stunned, wake up. And then I had to get all those little children dressed with all those layers, long underwear, going down a line, trying to get kids dressed, and they were half asleep, flopping. By the time I got them dressed, I feel like I had hoed an acre of tobacco. And then I'd have to make lunch for everybody because 3 chicken tenders cost $45 up on that mountain. And then it'd be time to get on that shuttle to ride up to the mountain. And we'd have to carry everybody's stuff because they were little bitty children. They go, I can't hold my helmet. I can't carry anything. I've lost my gloves. I don't know where anything is. And we would pack like pack mules trying to get everything on that shuttle. And then I'd have to put ski boots on little children. They go, no, Mommy, no, don't put those ski boots on me. And I don't blame them. Have y'all ever had a ski boot on? Every time I've ever put one on, I think, my shins are bleeding. My boots are filling up with blood. I can feel it. Here's one of the memories that I have. This baby child back here that's my makeup artist and travels with me, she says now she's my caregiver. She kind of is. But she has been a joy. That's my 3rd baby. And she's been a joy and so funny, but she's been a booger. She's been a booger, honey. She does what she wants to. She has since she was 18 months old. You can't do a thing with her. And we were skiing. She was probably 4 or 5 that year. And I bought her, a hot pink outfit from Land's End. I was so tickled. and everybody had gone off skiing. It was just me and her. We were going in the little gondola up to the bunny slope, and it doesn't take long to get up there to that bunny slope. Nobody else was on that gondola, and she starts taking all of her clothes off. Everything. I'm talking everything. In 2 seconds, she's nude. And I go, what are you doing? And she said, my butthole itches. And I remember praying. I remember praying to the Lord and saying, dear Lord, what did I do that was so bad that this is my vacation now? So then I just looked at her and I said, scratch it. We try to go every year because Chuck Morgan and the children love to the top of that mountain, and he looked at me and he goes, you're okay. Okay? You're okay, Mom. You're okay. Let's get down this mountain. I went, no. And he said, you're okay. Everything's fine. I went, no. God spoke to me. He said, no, he didn't. I said, yes, he did. It wasn't an audible voice. It was in my heart. And he did. God spoke to me. And I remember what he said. He said, get off these things, Leanne. That's what he said. And then I think he said, go sit down at that pizza shack for the rest of the week. I was like, okay. Okay, y'all have been darling. And let me tell you, okay, it's 8:30 now. I'm going to have y'all in the bed by 9:15. Okay? I'm going to have y'all in the bed. So if y'all got a melatonin or a magnesium in your purse, hold on. Give me a few more minutes and then you can take it. Okay, I've got one more thing to tell y'all and then y'all can go home. And y'all been precious. Thank y'all for doing this for me. Thank y'all. Okay, Chuck Morgan and I were both raised in church, and I wanted to raise my children in church, and he did too. And I'm not saying that, y'all, to say I raised my children in church. I'm saying to y'all that we are so dysfunctional. We are so messed up and dysfunctional that I don't know what would have happened to us if we had not had the Lord. I mean it. I know. Hallelujah. We have the Lord. But let me tell y'all that I believe that Satan did not want my family to go to church. So he would come to our house every Sunday morning so he could stir up some shat. Chuck Morgan and I would fight every Sunday morning just like two rabid dogs in the yard. And I'm ashamed to tell y'all that, but this is what we would fight over. I like to be at church on time. I like to get to church before it starts. Chuck Morgan is a very successful person and very anal retentive and type A, and everything is just so in his life, except time. He has no conception of time. Everywhere we have ever been in 34 years, we've been late. And I'm an on-time person, so it's really been a struggle. Okay, I would be sitting in a minivan in the driveway with the motor running with 3 little children. Chuck Morgan would be standing at the kitchen sink peeling an apple in his underwear. And I would be furious. And eventually he would come out and I'd be so mad and I'd be pitted out and I'd be like, it's already started, and it would have already started. I'm like, we might as well not even go. We might as well get out and go back in the house. And then he'd back at me. Okay, here's another thing about Chuck Morgan. Every time we've ever had a fight, he acts like it never happened. Never wants to talk about it. Do not mention it. Poof, it's gone. I like to resolve conflict. I like to talk it over and over and over. And then I like to hang on to it. Push it down. get it back out if I need it. We would finally get to church. It would be halfway over. We would get these little children in a Sunday school class, and their teachers would look at us like, do better. And then I'm finally getting a pew with Chuck Morgan, and he'd start patting on me and looking at me like he wanted to make out with me. And he would say, what's wrong? I'd say, I'm calling a therapist tomorrow. This is how it would start every Sunday morning. I would get up. I was the young mama, so I would get up before everybody in the dark so that I could start getting ready. And I wanted to take my bath and blow my hair out and put my makeup on, my pantyhose. Back then, I wore pantyhose and a dress to church. And then I would get my 3 little children up, and I'd get them dressed and fed all by myself because my husband was young and his frontal lobe had not developed. And then eventually, Chuck Morgan would get up and pop his boxers and cough up something. Chuck Morgan doesn't use a lot of words. He doesn't like to talk. He'd start staring at me and doing something like this. And I knew what that meant. I think it's because I'd had a bath. And I had to decide. It was up to me. Is it going to be a good Sunday? Are we going to get to go eat chicken after church? Or is it going to be a bad Sunday? And Satan's going to cuss all the way in the minivan to church. It's up to me. And my little children like chicken. So I would say to their daddy, and just think, church is already starting. Say to their daddy, okay. Meet me in the closet. You got 3 minutes. I'm only taking one leg out of these pantyhose. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.